Welcome to this tutorial on CloudFormation Parameters. In this video, we'll explore how to make your CloudFormation templates dynamic and reusable through parameterization. Parameters are one of the most powerful features that allow you to customize your infrastructure deployments without modifying the template itself. Parameters are input values that you provide when creating a CloudFormation stack. Think of them as variables that customize how your template behaves at deployment time. They make your templates reusable across different environments like development, staging, and production. Instead of hard-coding values like instance types or database names directly into your template, you use parameters to accept these values dynamically. This approach enables flexible infrastructure deployment, where the same template can create different configurations based on the input you provide. Let's look at how to declare a parameter in your CloudFormation template. You define parameters in the Parameters section at the top of your template. Each parameter has several properties. The type property specifies what kind of value it accepts, like string or number. You can set a default value that will be used if no value is provided during stack creation. The allowed values property restricts input to specific options, making your template more robust. Finally, the description property helps users understand what the parameter is for. In this example, we're creating an environment type parameter that accepts dev, staging, or production as values. CloudFormation supports several parameter types to handle different kinds of input. The string type is used for text values like names, tags, or descriptions. The number type accepts numeric values, useful for things like instance counts or port numbers. List of number allows you to specify multiple numeric values, such as a list of port numbers for security groups. AWS also provides special types like AWS EC2 key pair key name, which validates that the key pair name you provide actually exists in your account. These AWS-specific types provide built-in validation and help prevent configuration errors. Once you've declared parameters, you need to reference them in your resources. The !ref function is used to reference a parameter value. When CloudFormation processes your template, it replaces the ref function with the actual value provided during stack creation. In this example, we're creating an EC2 instance and using ref to pull values from 3 different parameters: instance type parameter for the instance type, key pair parameter for the SSH key pair, and environment type for a tag value. This makes your template flexible and reusable across different scenarios. CloudFormation provides several constraint properties to validate parameter input before stack creation begins. Allowed values restricts input to a specific set of predefined options, perfect for environment types or instance sizes. Allowed pattern uses regular expressions to validate that input matches a specific format, like email addresses or IP addresses. Min length and max length control the length boundaries for string parameters, ensuring strings aren't too short or too long. Min value and max value set numeric range limits for number parameters. These constraints catch errors early and prevent invalid configurations from being deployed. Here's a practical example of using multiple constraints together. We're defining a database password parameter with several important properties. The NoEcho property is set to true, which means the password won't be displayed in the console or API responses, keeping it secure. Min length of 8 and max length of 41 ensure the password meets length requirements. The allowed pattern uses a regular expression to restrict the password to alphanumeric characters only. The description provides clear guidance to users about the password requirements. This combination of constraints ensures users provide valid, secure passwords before stack creation begins. Let's wrap up with some best practices for working with parameters. Always provide meaningful descriptions that clearly explain what each parameter does and what values are expected. This helps other team members understand your templates. Use NoEcho for sensitive data like passwords, database credentials, or API keys to prevent them from being exposed in logs or the console. Set sensible default values when appropriate to make your templates easier to use while still allowing customization when needed. Finally, apply constraints to validate user input early in the process. This catches errors before any resources are created, saving time and preventing failed deployments. Following these practices will make your CloudFormation templates more robust, secure, and user-friendly.
If you like this video, hit that like button and don't forget to subscribe. Visit codelucky.com for more such useful content.